To reel it back a little bit, we brushed over our first experience at Jaws together.
Yeah.
That was very special, and it's so cool to like surf Mavericks, and then kind of like the next thing you want to do is surf Jaws. And we had a really special experience. You want to tell us about that whole thing?
Yeah, so you and Trevor were living in Hawaii, and I was still living in San Francisco, and this was during not the first year of COVID, but it was like that following winter, and Mavericks had the best like 6 weeks ever. I remember being in the parking lot and talking to Peter Mel, and I was like, "Oh, have you ever had a winter like this?" And he's like, "I've waited my whole life for a winter like this." Like,
wow.
That was when he caught the best wave ever at Mavs and stuff. And so I'd surfed because my roommate had COVID and I wasn't allowed to go to work. I surfed Mavericks 14 days in a row, and I was like, okay, I'm in the best big wave kind of mind frame. And then you told me like, hey, like we're gonna rent a boat and go to Jaws, and I like told work, I was like, oh, I just did a COVID test and it was like inconclusive. I don't feel comfortable. Like I need a couple more days. And they were like, okay, like, yeah, be safe. Like, let us know if you need anything. Sorry, Patagonia, I did that. But I think hopefully. So I took a COVID test at the airport. I remember Twiggy got turned around, but I knew like seeing Twiggy, I was like, oh shit, like this is going to be a big swell, big deal. We flew out there. Went out on the boat. The first day, I got super seasick trying to like put my I was like,
tell that story about what we were doing?
Yeah, we were all throwing up off the side of the boat, and then
more.
Yeah.
No, that was so crazy. Like we went out and we ate some bad food, and we got really seasick, because it was just huge seas, and we had this huge like double-decker boat, and we were hanging off the side of the boat naked, diarrhea off the boat while throwing up, waiting for the swells to move all that, and then jumping in after to clean up. And I remember as the three of us are doing that, like Nathan Florence and Eli Olsen are just watching us laughing. And then I remember being out in the lineup, and Nathan comes up to me and he's like, I was watching you guys and just thinking, if these guys are ready, I'm ready. Like over prepared. That was hilarious. And I remember being so sick that day and thinking, this is what it takes to surf big waves, and this is what it takes to surf Jaws. I don't know if I want this.
Yeah. I remember Kolamana came up and I was like trying to like put my stuff on because I was like, I think I'll be better off sitting in the lineup than sitting on this boat throwing up. And then he was like, bro, I've been seeing you throw up off the side of the boat. You're not ready to surf today. He's like, come back tomorrow. I was like, okay. So we come back in the morning, leave the dock at like super early, and we get there and we're the first ones there, and
no one in sight.
Yeah.
Not a soul.
And our the next day is going to be super swell Saturday, like
everyone was resting.
Yeah, everyone was resting, and there was like these forerunners coming in, and so it was getting kind of bigger and bigger, and we were like, oh, well, there's no one in the lineup, like this is our time to.
Matt did not want us to go.
Nah, our captain was like, don't. Yeah, Matt Smith, who's a commercial fisherman, was our captain, and he was like, you guys are rookies out here, like, you don't know the lineup, just wait till more people get here. And we were like, oh, we've surfed Mavericks, like, yeah, we'll be fine. And he was kind of like, felt responsible for our lives, super cool guy. And so we paddle out, and I remember there's this big set, I could hear Matt like yelling, whistling from the boat, outside. And
oh my God.
Every time at Mavericks and there's a big set coming, you beeline south towards the channel, and I remember trying to paddle south, but there was so much west in the swell that I was like getting sucked back towards the middle of the peak, and maybe I should have gone over to the left to get out of the way. And I remember like paddling up the face, swimming off my board, like swimming and like almost like getting my head through and then just getting sucked backwards. And I knew it was going to be bad, so I pulled my vest, but I pulled too early. So instead of getting like recycled and come back up, I was like a beach ball, and I got pulled all the way to the beach underwater. And I remember like hitting the beach, like holding my board, and then being like, oh wow, I'm on shore. Like now I have to paddle back out. And so I jumped back like on the off the rocks, paddled back, got to the boat, and was like a dead fish, just like flopped on the boat. And Matt was like, I thought you were dead. Like, I just radioed in, like, I thought you died. And I was like, all right, I don't know if I want to surf Jaws.
Man, I don't know what the fuck going on lately, bro, but everybody acting real different and shit. Ain't nobody was talking to me like a few months ago, and everybody hit my phone up and shit.